They're household names with highlight reels that seem never-ending. But are these popular NBA superstars truly as elite as their reputations suggest? Prepare to reconsider as we reveal 3 overrated players in today's game. In the NBA, fame and perceived talent don't always align. While some players earn their superstar status through consistent dominant play, others become overhyped for reasons beyond their on-court production. Today we'll look at 3 current players whose actual impact and ability fail to match their notoriety and recognition across the league and amongst fans. Expect a civil but controversial discussion, questioning if these athletic celebrities truly deserve the lucrative contracts, endorsement deals, and VIP treatment they receive. Number 1. DeAndre Ayton. The first pick in the 2018 draft, DeAndre Ayton entered the league bursting with two-way potential thanks to a chiseled frame towering at 7'0" and nimble finesse rarely seen from centers his size. He boasted the mobility to contain guards on switches and brute force to overpower big men down low, all while flashing a feather-soft scoring touch. This rare blend of physical dominance and skill neatly aligned with the modern positionless NBA's emphasis on versatility. Early returns delivered. Ayton earned all-rookie first-team honors by averaging 16.3 points and 10.3 rebounds per game as the Phoenix Suns returned to relevance. His sophomore season saw even more efficient volume production, ticking up to 18.2 points and 11.5 rebounds nightly. But questions about his motor began bubbling up. Was Ayton too passive, settling for easy looks rather than imposing his will? Did he lack the competitive fire to fully leverage his gifts and lead teams to higher levels? Concerns grew during the 2021 playoffs when Ayton failed to even leap for a loose ball in a tie game with under 90 seconds left, later explaining he felt the Suns had possession. To critics, this personified his laissez-faire mindset, antithetical to playoff intensity. Phoenix soon declined his rookie extension offer amidst rumored internal friction. Though eventually dealt to the rebuilding Indiana Pacers, Ayton's stock had clearly taken hits for a perceived nonchalance towards accountability and winning. Today, his muted impact, playing more timidly than his billing portends, persists. Rather than showcasing aggressiveness as a focal offensive cog, Ayton continues to average career-low scoring figures across the board. His rebounding rates languish nearly 3 full boards below his career mark as well. While athleticism remains, assertiveness and consistency elude him. Given such unrealized potential, does the opportunity cost justify Ayton occupying a maximum contract and prime roster spot that other hungry players would seize more forcefully? The risk seems dicey, given his history. Number 2. Dillon Brooks. Memphis Grizzlies' spark plug. Dillon Brooks swears he's misunderstood. Known as much for trash-talking foes and flaming emotions as his streaky shot-making, Brooks is either your team's ruthless irritant or headcase persona non grata, depending on allegiance. "I like being the villain. I'm embracing it," Brooks proclaimed amidst recent dust-ups with Cleveland and his evil persona. Such confidence makes for juicy headlines. But does his actual efficacy match the notoriety both sought and loathed? While pesky and pestering on defense, Brooks commits frequent fouls, disrupting team schemes. Offensively, his shoot-first style dominated possessions without premium efficiency. Upon being traded to the Houston Rockets, Brooks is still converting long-range bombs at an unsustainable 45% clip, dwarfing his career 34% mark. Buying permanent gains seems premature as defenses hone in on his tendencies. Moreover, Brooks rarely creates quality looks for teammates via passing. Just 13% of his makes come off assists. Isolation scoring alone rarely fuels contenders in modern balanced attacks. Factor in below-average defense given positional matchups, and the boastful Brooks draws attention beyond his actual two-way impact. While grit matters, his noted disconnect between disruptive talk and team-first production makes Brooks an overrated lightning rod. The glaring gap between goals and results must narrow for Brooks to justify the notoriety he attracts as a supposed villain. Number 3. Eric Gordon. In theory, Eric Gordon checks every box for a coveted complementary scorer. He can lace pull-up triples, dancing off screens, attack closeouts driving to the rim with force, facilitate occasionally, and provide pesky perimeter defense. But reality no longer actualizes the skills. Initially hailed as an athletic marvel and centerpiece in waiting with the Los Angeles Clippers, injuries and stalled development paved a different path. Gordon carved a niche as a microwavable bucket getter off the bench during the later Houston Rockets years. However, hovering around 30 minutes a night on a mismatched squad inflated metrics beyond utility. On the championship-chasing Phoenix Suns, redundancies arise around high-usage stars like Chris Paul, Devin Booker, and newcomer Kevin Durant. Gordon lacks the quick trigger and off-ball dynamism of a tertiary option next to such dominant personalities. And his inconsistent defense, prone to lapses, barely bats an eye compared to his fellow lineup mates. Once coveted, useful skills eroded as Gordon aged into his mid-30s amidst injuries. No longer capable of swinging games individually through scoring alone, he lacks the plug-and-play role-player traits to enhance winning ecosystems anywhere near his peak visibility, living off outdated perceptions tied to volume and narratives. While still talented, even his coach, Monty Williams, noted Gordon as trying to find his way a little bit on an unfamiliar contender. Given his current limbo state, lacking an actionable role, Gordon shapes up as an overvalued asset compared to his actual efficacy and salary. The mythical 3-and-D archetype every team craves looks further than grasping each passing ineffective or inactive contest. With the veteran struggling to adapt, perhaps his redundancy limits realistic avenues to positively impact winning basketball. In closing, fame clearly diverges from substance across the league's landscape. While strengths exist, delving deeper unearths overrated warts for these renowned professionals. What names would you add to the list? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and enable notifications to never miss another upload. Thanks for watching.